there's some level of talent, innate skill. I don't know how you look like you're very big. I don't know how tall you are, but yeah, so you gotta have, you got to have some of that. So what do you say? Not just in kickboxing, but in any field of endeavor. How do you see it?
Talent certainly helps, but I'm telling you, it doesn't matter whether it's golf, it doesn't matter whether it's kickboxing, it doesn't matter whether it's chess, anything else. 95% is hard work. There is no talent without hard work. You can't realize talent without work. Because even if you're going to argue that I'm more talented than someone else, that's fine, but we have to have both done the same hard work to realize that. If I've done no hard work and this guy trained for 10 years, then it's talent, So talent is a slight edge after the use of hard work. So people say this to me a lot. Like people go, "Oh, Tate, you have money because you're lucky. You're a fighter." Lucky? I'm a fighter. Even getting up and running and training and breaking bones and literally risking my life and losing 10 kilos in a week and all this bullshit is easy. Like people don't like connect. Like, oh yeah, but you're talented. I say, how would I know I'm talented unless I fucking train for all these years? You don't know these things. So absolutely, I think the difference between those who are truly successful in something and those who aren't, a lot of it's down to just the basics of having your life in order. Like I know one of my biggest assets is my brother. I'm very lucky to have my brother. Me and my brother are closer even than twin brothers are. We work together, we live together, we train together, we share a bank account, we'll never live apart. Like and I was always lucky to have someone like that because I always had that masculine energy around me to keep me focused on the right things. Like if I split up with a girlfriend or something, nothing could distract me from my mission. Me and my bro, we were always getting stuff done. So I was lucky. But in general, a lot of it's down to just who you surround yourself with, how you view your life and your priorities and your relationships and stuff. The number one thing I've seen from a lot of fighters who fall off is just shitty girlfriends, man. I've seen some amazingly talented dudes just lose careers because their girlfriend's an idiot and she's giving him stress and he's trying to keep the relationship working and da-da-da. This is sometimes I say things about girls and women and stuff and things on Twitter, but I've seen it. I've seen probably the number one thing I'd say that ruins fight careers especially can be a toxic relationship because the stress you're under, you're in a very masculine environment, it's very testosterone fueled, then you're under huge stress for your upcoming fight, and then your girlfriend wants attention too, and it can all just spiral down into nothing. So there's a lot of little things, but just me personally, I always had my house in order. I always had my priorities in check. I always just decided, if I'm going to fight, it's going to be the number one thing I do. I'm never going to have anything else that equals this in regards to importance because it's my life, it's my health, it's my safety, it's everything. So I was just good at prioritizing, I guess. And it's the same with everything. If you prioritize something, you're going to do well at it. It doesn't matter what it is. If your number one priority in the world is scuba diving, you're going to do a lot of scuba diving. But if it's priority number 7 or 8, you ain't going to get much done. So it really is just down to just prioritizing. And I think a lot of people, in fact, I'm going to say this now. What a lot of people want, they don't want what they think they want. They want the benefits of what they say they want. So I've realized, like, people come to me and go, I'd love to be a fighter. And I say, no, you wouldn't. They go, yeah, I would. I'd love to be able to fight. And so that's not true because you don't fight. So it's not true. And they go, oh yeah, but I'd be able to do X, Y, Z, and I feel more confident. I say, yeah, but you don't fight. So what you want is all the benefits without any of the hard work. And what's crazy about that is there's not a single skill in the world where I wouldn't take the benefits without the hard work. If someone could come along like the Matrix and plug my brain in and say, do you want to know how to be a fucking freestyle ice skater? I'll be like, yeah, sure, click the button, yeah, I can ice skate now. But I don't want it enough to go and learn it. Do you know where I'm coming from? And this is how people are. People go, I want the benefit, I want any of the work and everything else that goes into the benefits, which is a garbage mindset, because if that's the case, I want all the benefits of everything. I wish I could play basketball and all these other fucking stupid things I'm not going to do. If you could just download it, it doesn't mean anything. If it's easy, if it's easy, everyone can do it. The only reason they have value is because they're difficult to attain. It's the only reason they have any value, and people don't want to do that connection. Like, oh, I wish I could fight. It's like, well, if you want to be able to fight without ever training, that means everyone can fight. So then who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything anymore. Like the difficulty is what gives the value to the skill. And people are so shunned from the difficulty, they're so like shying away from the difficulty, but they still want the skill, and they don't understand that the skill won't have a value if it's any other way.